Now we'll start to lay out the concrete tilt-up walls, just opening up the sketch plans that we're working to here at the moment. And as you can see, the sketch plans, the concrete tilt-up walls are starting along grid Y1 and going back to grid Y3. There's a little bit that you're seeing poking out the top there are some down pipes, but at the front they'll start square on, they'll finish square on at the back to Y3, and we've got Y4 in our case now. Okay, and they're 150mm thick concrete tilt-up walls, the 150mm dimension there. So we'll model them in Archicad. Just for the moment, we'll model them starting at the top of those footings, which is 200 below ground, below the floor level, and we'll just push them up to the level above for the moment. So the process is we'll have a look at some layers first. Let's go into our layer control. We've probably already got some wall layers. Okay, so we've got wall general, wall internal. I think we might just use wall general, wall external. I think we'll make up. No, we'll just use wall general. I think so it's already there. The layer already exists. So if we go into our wall tool, change wall external to wall general. Now our geometry method is just going to be straight single line. That should be okay. Core out our reference line location. We're not going to be using composite material, so outside face would be fine. And change the structure to a simple structure, not a composite material. There, and our simple structure is going to be concrete structural. We have that word there, concrete structural there. Okay, now our home story is going to be, well, our home story is ground floor, because we're in the ground floor plan here at the moment. So we're going to make it start -200. So we take it down to the top of the footings, and I think if we just take it straight up to the first floor, that will be fine. The wall thickness, of course, is 150, and that's probably all we need to change here at the moment. So if we go from the top at Y4, it's going to be from us, and this grid line here, which is X0, go from the top and downwards. The wall will go on that exterior face, and we're going down to Y1. So that's the location for the first concrete tilt-up wall. While we've still got it set to outside face, go from the bottom one up here on the other side of the building, X6, Y1, and take that one upwards, and then the outside face, because we've got outside face, will be set. So basically, in Archicad, work in an anti-clockwise direction around the building, and your reference line location that you set up here will be respected. Now for the rest of them, we've got those outside face two set up. I think I'm just going to change the reference line location to the centre for the rest of them, and of course then it wouldn't matter which direction you drew it from. We're just going to put the rest of the walls in. We can adjust their actual heights sometime later. Okay, and then we'll go have a quick look at what we've created in 3D. Okay, so there's our walls standing up in 3D. At this stage, with the view settings we've got, casting shadows and all. Okay, so that's sort of like the direction that we were looking at it from. Okay, so we might put some concrete block walls in place now. So back once again to the ground floor plan. Now my concrete block walls I will construct after I think the concrete slab goes down. No, maybe, yeah, I think I will. I think I'll use a slab thickening to support the concrete block walls because they're not going to be low. The concrete block walls won't be load bearing in any case. So we'll use the wall tool again, and this time, once again, it will set back to outside face. The structure this time will set to concrete block. Now the ground floor, the home story, the bottom will be 0 because we'll go right on ground floor, and the wall thickness for a standard concrete block is 190. So I think I've gone through and made all the settings there. Just so they're on a different layer, I suppose, than the other ones. Here's where we can change this one to wall external. So we've got a different layer. And once again, going in an anti-clockwise direction from this grid line here, which is Y3, we'll just set those walls in place. In fact, probably wise to pull back from the corner a little bit. Pull back from that corner. Waiting for the blue circle to light up. I might come back 10mm in that corner. Oh, okay, I don't know where that's gone. It's probably made a 10mm long wall there. Okay, I'll just push. Oh, yes, it has. So I'll just undo, I think. Control Z. And let's put this in again. This time I think I'll just go back to the wall tool. Everything should be still set up all right. And I'll just leave a bit of a gap, which we can fine tune that a little bit later. Like that. Okay. So if we wanted to sort of do this accurately, and it wouldn't hurt for the learning of the construction experience, if we just put some guidelines in, pull the guideline back 10mm, and that's where we want to take the wall to. That point there, grab the guideline, also use the same guideline, put it on the surface of the wall, bring the guideline back 10mm. So when we build this wall, we'll leave a 10mm gap that we'll use a backing rod and an elastomeric sealant like Sikaflex in. Okay, so you might as well set up these guidelines for the rest of them and just draw as we go. We can do it that way. So guideline, pull the guideline out 10, new guideline. Actually, I'll just do this one once. So pull that out 10. Put the wall in. The wall settings should be all still the same from last time. And we'll go from this guideline location now to here, and then with these ones, this wall now will be good to copy from grid line to grid line. If you're copying this wall over now, if you try and use the PET tool to copy it, once it's selected, when you click outside to a point that you want to move from, like at the moment we don't want to move from that point because it's not referenced where we're going to go to, but grid line to grid line now is referenced. We want to go from that grid line to that grid line. The problem is that grid line is outside the object. So if that's the case, then it's best to select the object and go up to the edit menu and click move drag, or drag copy straight away, and then we can click on the grid line, highlights up, and click to the next grid line. Okay, and we're going to do that again, edit, move, drag, or drag multiple copies is the other way of doing it right from the start. So drag multiple copies, and then we'll be able to go from this right hand grid line to that next grid line to the next grid line. Now, well, this one I'll go to the grid line also, but then I'm going to have to readjust. So I am going to have to bring a guideline here for the last one. This is because these block walls are not exactly the same distance as each other. So I'm going to do a distance of 10. And here we go, and we've got our block walls in place at the back there. I might just do a view guideline options, remove all guidelines to tidy that up. and then we'll have a look at putting some doors in. We'll place a door in here now. So the door tool, second tool up here, we'll go into the settings and just have a look at all the settings dialog box here. We'll use the standard doors 20 and just go into hinge door, and there's a door component there called door 20. We'll just start off with that as the basics. The main thing I want you to have a look at under hinge door settings is the frame and leaf here, so the types of settings. Yours might be set to something else, but open up frame and leaf, and leave everything the same. By default my frame's set to 40mm there. We'll just make sure you've changed frame thickness equals wall thickness. I'm trying to get something which more closely resembles a metal door frame for concrete blockwork. This is not quite right, but we'll, if we need to detail up, we'll use just line work to show the actual detailing at a large detail view. But for the moment, these settings, 40mm door thickness there, 12mm rebate should be okay. We won't be using glass, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, and change to simple rebate and frame thickness equals wall thickness should be good enough. We'll make it a 900 opening. That way we can, I think that the way Archicad does it, that'll be 900 measured from the whole frame to frame. So the opening in the wall will be 900, and like I say, we'll use just line work to indicate real detailing at a large scale if we need to. So 900 being the opening in the wall, 2100 being the opening in the blockwork, and that way we can just use standard or at least half blocks to make up those openings. So if we just click OK to that, and clicking towards the outside of where you want to place the door, not easy to actually position it the right distance away for the moment, so it doesn't matter, just place it somewhere nearby just for the moment. And then we probably want this to be an outward opening door. Always best for egress in the building in case of fire, outward opening door, but also in the back of this shop retail area, it'll make for the not taking up space using the door swing. So somewhere over in this corner we want the door swing opening against the block wall, so somewhere like in that location there would be great. Now I'll then select the door by clicking. If you try and click on the door swing, I don't think it'll select. You'll have to select near that door frame, and I'm going to drag that door frame so it is blue circle from there and one. Oh, okay, it's not. Oh, okay, sorry. That's dragging the nut. We wanted the first type of drag here, so we'll drag the whole door. So change your pet tool to that first drag, and we'll get it opening from that blue dot, and then we want to come a distance of 100 away from that blue dot. Okay. So we could repeat that, or I'm not too sure if we can copy. Might be able to copy that one. So once again, because I'm going to be clicking a base point which is outside the object that I've got selected, the pet tool will probably disappear as soon as we click. Sorry, if I try and click to activate the pet tool, it'll now select the wall if I activate that point. So instead I'm going to go to Edit, Move, and drag multiple copies. And I'm going to drag from this grid line to that grid line. Multiple across. Now this one, not that one. We won't be having that concrete tilt-up wall there. I've just realised. So not that one. This one through to here. Scope that out, finish that, and we will be deleting that wall. I've just realised that wall doesn't exist there. And the block work, we can remove this part of it, and I'll want a guideline just there, and stretch my guideline out with that 10mm gap that we did before, and then this wall stretches out. We need to change it to this stretch on the pet tool, and this guideline stretches out to just there. We'll get back into section. It's gone too far, so I'll pull it back a bit. Let's zoom up a bit better. So at that point, you go to that intersection point just there. Leave that to there you go. Now we won't be needing these slab structures for the footings at that point either. There's no concrete tilt-up wall at that point. This is the double size retail space at that point, so I'm deleting those. So in 3D, okay, I've just noticed we probably don't want that door type in the back of the retail spaces there. So we could probably shift select all of them to fix them all up in one go. We don't want a glass frame door. So I'll go to the settings again, and door type will be one of these, I guess. Door settings and opening, door leaf type. So door leaf type, we probably just want style 1. Looks like a plain solid core door it'll be. Yeah, probably all we want is that style 1. And click OK to all of them. Okay, so there's our walls in place and doors in place. I'll stop the video there.